Have you ever wondered why some people appear impressive on the outside, yet something about their life eventually doesn't hold up under pressure? Scripture reminds us that the difference often lies in something people cannot see, but God always can. That is the heart. Good day, family. This is video number 4 in our series, The Heart. Today's lesson is titled, God Sees the Heart, Even When Others Don't. As we close out of the foundation section of this series, we need to sit with a truth that is both comforting and sobering. God's evaluation of us is not limited to what others can see. While people often assess appearance, performance, and presentation, God looks deeper. He looks at the heart. And God's perspective is different. Consider with me 1 Samuel 16 and verse 7. When Samuel is sent to anoint Israel's next king, God tells him God tells him not to look on the outward appearance, but to look at the heart. Man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart. I'll get it together. That statement is more than a correction. It is a revelation. It tells us that God's criteria for faithfulness, readiness, and usefulness are fundamentally different from ours. What impresses people does not always move God, and what God values is often overlooked by people. Let's consider the danger of living for appearance. One of the quiet dangers in spiritual life is learning how to look faithful without actually being formed. It is possible to say the right things, know the right verses, maintain the right routines, and still have a heart that is drifting, divided, or growing hard. Now, Jesus addressed this repeatedly, warning against outward righteousness that masks inner distance. A life built on appearance can survive public moments, but it rarely endures private pressure. And that's why heart formation matters so deeply. God is shaping who we are when no one else is watching. God sees what others miss. The encouragement in this truth is just as important as the warning. Because God sees faithfulness that goes unnoticed. God sees obedience that is quiet. God sees convictions that are costly. Consider with me Psalm 44 and verse 21. And it's there that scripture reminds us that God knows the secrets of the heart. That means nothing offered to him in sincerity is wasted, even if it is never recognized by others. What may seem small or unseen to people is fully visible to God. Now, why does this matter for formation? If we forget that God sees the heart, we may begin living for approval instead of faithfulness. But when we remember God's gaze is fixed on the heart, it reshapes our motivation. We stop asking, how does this look? And begin asking, is this faithful? That shift is essential for endurance. A heart formed before God can withstand seasons of obscurity and misunderstanding and waiting because it's not anchored in public affirmation. Here's a core truth for you. God evaluates faithfulness at the heart level, not the appearance level. That truth frees us from performance and calls us into formation. By way of application, Let me leave you with two questions to reflect on. Question number one: am I more concerned with being seen as faithful or with actually being faithful before God? Which one is more important? Question number two: are there areas of my life where I manage appearance rather than invite God? I need to answer that. In Psalms 26 and verse 2, David prayed, "Examine me, O Lord, and try me. Test my mind and my heart." That is the prayer of someone who wants depth, not display. As we move into the next section of this series, we'll begin diagnosing the condition of the heart, looking honestly at division, hardness, and misplaced desire, not to condemn, but to invite healing and formation. And when we do this, we are taking part in "This is what it means to be formed to fight." Thank you so much for spending time with me.